Dianne at Minerva. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and today I'd like to share with you a make for a cardigan or jacket, whichever way you want to wear it, and it's this McCall's 6996, and we're going to be making view D here, and it's the belted version, this one. So you could wear it as a going out jacket, you could wear it as a put on for around the house, or just casual wear. It's entirely up to you. And what we're going to be using today is this fabulous Minerva exclusive range French terry, and this particular design is called Brushwork Prints. Now I think it's really bold, it's got a beautiful warm shade to it here, and then this really eye-catching beige and black print going on. Isn't that wonderful? And it's lovely, super soft. It will make a fabulous cardigan or jacket. And should you wish to sew along with me today, here's what you'll need to make this garment: the pattern, the fabric and a matching thread, and those will all be tagged below. Now wash and prepare your fabric before you begin, and this makes sure that any shrinkage occurs now and not later on. Then when you've done that, you want to take a tape measure and locate your sizing on the back of the pattern. When you've done that, we're ready to begin. So let's go and cut our pattern pieces together now. So here we have our pattern pieces. So this is the back piece for C and D, and you're going to cut one piece on the fold here. So here is the fold. You're going to mark your notches, and there is a double line here where you can lengthen or shorten. This is the waistline. And there is a 2.5 centimetre hem at the bottom on this pattern. Here is the front for C and D. This time you're going to cut two pieces. This is the straight grain. Again, mark your notches and lengthen and shorten at this point. Here we have your sleeve pieces for A, B, C and D. You're going to cut two pieces. This is the grain line, so this is a straight grain. Make a note of your notches and your circles here and here. Here we have your belt piece for D. Now this one you're going to cut just the one. I've got mine folded over, look, because it is quite long. Here is your fold line here, and the grain line is also going this way. Here we have the band for C and D. So this is the front band. This time you're going to cut two. This is your grain line. This is your centre front, so mark this point. Lengthen or shorten at the double line again. Mark your notches, and here we have the centre back. Now we're ready to begin making our jacket. Now first of all, you want to wind half of your thread onto your spool and make sure that your machine needle is sharp and that you're using the correct one. I'm using a stretch needle today and it's a size 80, so you'll need a stretch needle. Try it out on a piece of scrap fabric and see what works best for you. When you've done this, we're going to take our front pieces and our back piece and we're going to join them at the shoulder seam. Now we're going to join these with a double seam, so that means we will be stitching it and then stitching it again, so it will give you extra strength there. You also need to use a stretch stitch. Let's do that now. So pin it first of all at the shoulders like this, and then we're going to stitch that with a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. Now I'm going to stitch that again. So back tack to begin again. And when you've done that, repeat on the other side. Next you're going to pin your side seams like this, and what you need to do is start from the underarm and then make sure that you match up these double notches here. Pin it all the way down, making sure that your seam's even, and when you've done that, again stitch in place with a 1.5 centimetre seam, and we're going to double stitch that seam once more. Now you're going to stay stitch around your neckline above the notches, so you have notches here on the front. You're going to go around the neckline and then down the other side to the other notch. Now do this with a straight stitch This is to keep things stable and stop it stretching out on the neck. Now press up your hem 2.5 centimetres, and what you're going to do is you're going to stitch along the edge with a straight stitch so that you can pull these stitches to make sure that it lies flat. Now sometimes it can be hard when you're going around a curve, so this is why we're going to stitch along here so that we can pull it before turning it in and hemming it. And you can top stitch it from the other side if you baste it first, if you prefer. So I'll show you what I mean on this section here. So if we pull on it, not too much because we're not wanting to create gathers, we're just wanting to ease in that curve a little bit. So here, if you pull on these stitches ever so slightly, and then again you can press that with your steam. And you will find that that curve will press in much better now that you've got that line of stitching. So do this all the way along if you prefer. Alternatively, if you're happy hemming it without doing this, you can just hem it at this point. But you do need to turn it under and press it 2.5 centimetres first because this is the length of our garment. I also prefer to pin mine like this before I begin. And now take your neckband piece, and at the notched edge here you're going to do a line of gathering stitches. Then you're going to pull on those stitches to gather it in slightly. Now cut yourself a piece of seam binding tape 13.3 centimetres long. And this is going to be stitched to here, so pull up your gathering stitches to fit. And then we're going to stitch this in place. Now what I found was easier is if you pin your piece of tape each end like this and then pull on your stitches before stitching it to it, it just gives you a flat base to work to. Now with right sides facing, you're going to stitch those two neckband pieces together. So here we have our tapes on the inside, and now we're going to stitch it with a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. Fold the ends of your bands, so you'll fold the length of it along the fold line like this, and then fold in the ends and stitch with your 1.5 centimetre seam allowance. Back tack at this side. Now you can trim this to turn it through, so you want to trim a little more just here, not too much because you don't want it fraying out. You turn that through and press that nice and crisp. Now do the same at the other side. Now fold your band along the lengthways like this, and you're going to baste it together. So you're bringing both these raw edges together and you're just basting them so that they don't move around when you join it to your jacket. At this point we're going to pin our band to our jacket. Now what we want to do first of all is get our central back neck point here where we've done the gathers. And we want to fold our back neck in half and make a little notch. So that's what I've done just here. Or you can mark it with a pin or with chalk and line up that central back seam with the centre back of your neck. And then you have notches either side or markings with chalk or a pin, whichever way you've done it. And they're going to line up with your shoulder seams. At this point, make sure your shoulder seams are facing towards the back when you pin it down. And then we have another marking part the way down the front from where we did our stay stitching, and that lines up with the notch or marking on your band. So mark all these points first of all with your pins before you pin the rest of it. And then also pin the bottom of the band to line up with the hem. When you've done that, you can stretch it a little and make sure that this band is all lying flat when you pin it in place. Pin it all the way around, then we're going to stitch that in place with a 1.5 centimetre seam, and we're going to double seam it again. So we're stitching the seam and then stitching it again for extra strength. Now at the bottom of your band here that attaches to your front, you want to stitch this seam back so that it stays flat. Now I've overlocked mine first, and I'm doing that by hand. So I like to do a few things with hand stitches. I just think it's more invisible sometimes. So I'm just catching that at the bottom there on the inside, so you can't see the stitches on the outside. Ease stitch around the top of your sleeves between your markings here, passing this notch at the top there for the shoulder seam. Now fold your sleeve in half and you're going to stitch your underarm seam. This time, again, you're going to stitch it with a double seam. Now that you've sewn your underarm seam of your sleeve, you want your jacket the wrong way round, and you're going to turn your sleeve the right way round like this. You put your hand in your sleeve and pop it inside the armhole. And then you know you've got the right one because you've got 2 notches here that show the back and 2 notches here that are the back of the sleeve. You're going to line those up first of all and pin that in place. Then match up your underarm and your side seam here. You might want to push your seam towards the back. So one going that way and one going that way would make it easier to stitch if you're finding it a little bulky. Then you have a notch here. Line up that one. Once you've done that part, you're going to find your shoulder seam and the notch at the top of your sleeve here. Line those up. Once you've done that, you can pull on your ease stitching and finish pinning your sleeve to your armhole the rest of the way round. Now I'm going to add a Minerva maker label at this point. I'm going to add it at the centre back here. So I've just pinned it in and I've just placed it below where that neckband attaches. Hem your sleeves at this point. I'm just doing a small double fold. So you may want to just try it on and just check your sleeve length. Now to stitch your belt, you're going to pin it lengthways like this along the fold line. You're going to fold it and pin it, and we're going to stitch up each side here and along the long side, but when we get to the centre we're going to leave an opening. Now we're going to do this so that we can pull it through. So when you pull it through, you want to poke through your point and press it and make sure it's nice and crisp. And then this part here, we can hand stitch it invisibly. So this will be the sort of centre back of the belt. So here is the finished jacket or cardigan. Now I feel you could probably wear this, well I think you can wear this with the collar down as well. It looks really nice. You can turn it down like that. It has the belt on at the moment. I'll take the belt off so you can see what it's like without. It's a beautiful shape to the bottom of it. I think it's a really lovely shape. Just tilt that down a little so you can see. Well, I hope you've enjoyed sewing along with me today. I really enjoyed making this and I think it is a super smart jacket. It would look just gorgeous with a plain black dress underneath, don't you think? Please let us know how you get on with this. If you've made this pattern before, remember to share it in the comments along with any photographs because we love to see what you've been making. I think this particular jacket would work well in any sweater knit. It does need to have a certain amount of stretch to it and you have to check with the back of the packet there. Now, any of our exclusive French terries would work with this. I think also a sweater knit or a lightweight jersey for the summer. So that would work really well. And there are different variations you can make on the front cover. If you like what I'm wearing today, this is another one of our Minerva exclusive range fabrics, but this one is a sweater knit and it's called Herbal Halo. And I'm wearing today the Belgravia knit dress, which has a tie at the front here, and it's by Liesl & Co. So I will link those products below also in case you're interested in making this. Remember, you can join the Minerva Craft Club and get 10% off all your orders for a whole year. And you can also create a free account with us to connect with our wonderful worldwide sewing community. Well, that's all from me for today, but I hope to be back with another sew along really soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.